give us what we need. Hey!
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
You wanna get down? Tell me. What you gonna do? Do you wanna get down? What you gonna do? You wanna get down? What you gonna do? You wanna get down? Tell me. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. 'Cause I heard all the people saying, get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. Baby, baby. Get down on it. Get on it. Get down on it. I say people, what you gonna do?
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day.
You gotta get on the groove.
You getting on your groove? If you want your body to move. It's Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. We are in Libra season. Shout out to Cool from Cool in the Gang. I actually knew his son growing up, so shout out to Hawk Bell on that too. This song was actually the first 45. Google it if you don't know, but I know all of you guys know what a 45 is. I ever bought in life with my own hard-earned little kid cash. You don't know what a 45 is, Andy?
I don't.
I knew it. A 45 is the vinyl single, the little one that was sold back in the day. And it had a little insert that you would put into the center so it could fit on the turntable.
I've definitely have them, seen them, but didn't know they were called
45s, yep, because it's, I guess, you know, the big one is
Right.
33 1/3. 45. And yeah, shout out to that.
That's what it is.
Shout out to vinyl. Vinyl's back. Like, I actually bought because when I was back in the day, again, a kid, I bought a purple vinyl When Doves Cry single. And at some point in life, my dad threw away all my albums, including that. And so, you know, vinyl's back. I have a turntable, so I buy vinyl. And I bought a replica of this.
Where you getting your vinyl from?
They have vinyl stores, you know, around Amazon. Amazon sells vinyl, so I have like all the classics like Rick James, Street Songs, Michael Jackson, Thriller. I have the Purple Rain album, and then, you know, Control, Janet, and then I have some new stuff like I have Kendrick,
GNX?
the GNX on white vinyl.
What does that mean, white vinyl?
It's white,
Oh,
the
it's
color
white,
of it.
okay.
Yeah, the color. Like, you know, back in the day, it just used to be black. That's why that purple one was real special. And so now you can do a lot of different things. So I have GNX on white vinyl.
So do you believe that vinyl actually sounds better than cassettes, CDs, and all that? Because I would hear that argument that vinyl, the sound quality of vinyl is better than any other, you know,
I think that it is
instrument.
different. One, for me, it transforms me kind of back to being a little kid, hearing things on vinyl. I do think that there is something with the needle on the record and the grooves and hearing it play that is kind of nostalgic, kind of reminiscent. Obviously, I think overall we have better quality systems to hear things digitally. So I don't know if per se it is better, but I think that music at that time was made for different levels, the way that it was recorded. A lot of times music was recorded all at once. It wasn't just dropped in, things of that nature. So I think that is sometimes what people are pointing to, the richness in the overall track and the recording, because the recording methods were different. We have a lot of punch-ins now and different things, or, instruments that are done up on a computer or, computer, keyboard, whatever. And so at that time, there are a lot more things that are played with real live instruments, or they're in the room. And I think that brings a different type of richness. So perhaps that's what it is. So shout out to them. It is also Nick Cannon's birthday. So happy birthday, Nick Cannon. What do you mean I would know?
I don't know. I just, lately, I know he's been on the news or whatnot, but, you always have your little...
My little isms, my thoughts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick Cannon, Libra.
But here's the thing. I like Nick Cannon, though. So I do. No, I really do. I think Nick worked hard. I think that we saw him grow up, and we got to see, for the most part, this end got a little tricky, but he's talked about it. But for the most part, we've watched Nick work his way through this business, acquire things at a young age, and blaze a path that we don't often talk about because his exploits overshadow, at this point, a lot of the different things. But Nick has been a smart businessman. I crazy respect that. His vision, what he did as far as at Nickelodeon at a young age. I remember way back in the day, probably the late 90s, crossing paths with Nick or some people that know him. And this stories similar to this have been shared, that Nick was like, I want to be the next Will Smith or things like that, very early on. So he had a calling for himself. And no matter, how you feel about certain things, he executed a vision, mistakes, warts and all, and has continued to create revenue generating things, has been given great opportunities and continue to, even when some things have slid back, to continue to create. You think about Nick was a host and one of the original producers involved in America's Got Talent. Yeah. And then he had that controversy. You think about The Masked Singer and his involvement in that. So Nick Cannon is smart. I got jokes. I'm always going to have jokes.
I hear you.
Nick got jokes. But I respect crazy his business acumen and what he's able to do.
I feel like we need to really, truly give Nick Cannon his flowers. Like you said, he talked about being a mogul, and low-key he is. I don't understand why we don't talk about him in the light of like a Tyler Perry. And I think about a lot of the entertainers that he low-key put on.
Wild and out.
Exactly that. And just even wanting to push the line with just certain isms around the world and just having conversations that, the average public figure isn't really having, like, with his council culture and stuff like that. Talking about some real stuff. I want to give Nick Cannon his flowers. You know what I mean? I know you're going to talk about LeBron and his ad being quote unquote corny. So, it's just interesting that, today's Nick Cannon's birthday, because I feel like that also has been a detriment to his career because people find him corny, despite the fact that this is a black man who's come from, I'd like to say, humble beginnings, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? It was rough in San Diego. To go the clean path, even though, his adult life might be a little bit questionable, but
a little messy.
This man is a current mogul. He's from young to his adult age, putting people on. Dude got bread. Shout out to Nick Cannon. I'm giving you flowers.
Shout out to Nick. Last point before we come forward or go forward. What's the best way to say that grammatically? We'll get back to that. I think the other reason why is that it's not presented and packaged as such, and Nick doesn't do it as such. He doesn't lay it out that I'm a businessman. I got A, B, and C. I have all of these companies. I've done this, and that. Nick has always kind of, played into the clown so to speak, right? And in addition to people thought that he was corny, younger, his cool, his swag started to come on later with some things. And like we all know, Nick had a roster, right? Seen and unseen. There's some names y'all may not be familiar with that Nick got in, and you would be impressed. So, I mean, I think that when it's all said and done, it will be, but it's also how Nick presents it. We joke about him having all of the jobs, but it's never just put on the table, and I think that Nick likes it that way. When we come forward, we're going to get into more trending topics and headlines. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Jersey dressed to kill. Bridget won't get it, but Vanessa will. Vanessa's real. Shorty got sex appeal. You can hear the beat banging from the exit still. High Papa, we need something for these chicks to dance to. Look, mom, I'm trying to grind. I ain't trying to romance you. I'm just trying to get them pants loose. Let's get private. Two-way text me, T-Mobile sidekick. One-on-one, let's talk and neglect the gossip. I'm as real as they come, baby girl. I got it.
You're riding with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-9651. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hello, KBLA delegation. Tavis Smiley here. On Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech becomes the epicenter of ideas that matter. The Left Coast Forum is bringing together voices that challenge, inspire, and illuminate with keynote presentations from people like noted economist Richard Wolff, the man who breaks down capitalism in ways that make sense to working folk like you and me, and Dr. Cornel West will be there, the brilliant philosopher and activist who never stops fighting for justice and speaking truth to power and to the powerless for that matter. So this isn't just another conference. This is where ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities, and then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Forum. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
Now back to more entertainment news with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I wish I could tell you, wish I could describe it, but I can't contain it, can't keep it to myself. There aren't enough colors to paint the whole picture. Not enough words to ever say what I found. Wonderful and beautiful and glorious and holy, He is merciful and powerful. Who we talking about? That's my King. We declare the glory, give Him all the honor.
Welcome back in. Now, you know Andy is always on theme. He's even going to put a little twist in the mix for you. And it's still Libra season. So happy birthday, CeCe Winan. And in honor of LeBron, you know, don't take this too wrong way. You know. That's my king. Listen, before we get into the LeBron and all of the things, 800-920-1580. That's the number if you want to get in on the conversation. KBLA Talk 1580. That's social media. You can hit us up there with your opinions. I'm at Stiletto Jill. Hit me up. We also have an app. Download it. Catch up on past episodes. All of the things. I don't know. Nobody's left us a message as of late. I actually haven't checked, so I could be wrong. But you can leave us a message there. And, of course, what's up, Andy?
I was going to say, please do, because, you know, cats like to call and, like, leave a message with me to relate to you. And I tell them every time, I'm not going to do that. So either you're going to get yourself on air, you can go on the what you about to talk about in a little bit, or leave a voicemail for us. You know what I'm saying? We'll play it.
Right. Do that. Or get into the community, the VIPs. They have exclusivity in the YouTube chat. So holla at them up in there. We love that. All right. I got a question for you, Andy. I had seen this buzzing around on social media. It actually started with, I guess, Gina Views asked a question on X.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You do. I know you do. What's an LA accent? And do you have one, Andy?
I do have an LA accent. I've been told that I have an LA accent.
But who do you think is representation of? Because they like showed a clip of Nip. I don't know what he was on. Was it All American? I don't know what that was from.
It's one of them underground movies I think he was a part of.
Okay. They had a video of some guy talking about the rainbow. That was funny.
They had DeAndre Bonds.
DeAndre Bonds definitely is somebody. Stacy from The Wood, and he also was on Snowfall. How can I forget? You know, but then they had Damson Idris as an example, and I understand Damson was Franklin Saint, and he had some moments, but there are some moments with Franklin Saint I was like, I got you.
Shout out to him.
He did it. He did it. He did it. He was pretty good.
What's an LA accent?
Yeah.
You know, it was something that I guess I didn't realize until maybe like college.
How we drag our words, how we elongate certain syllables.
I mean, the best way for me to describe it is it's dude, like Cowabunga Surf dude, you feel me? And we just pronounce everything. We enunciate our words.
That's what someone said. They've never seen gangsters so proper.
You feel me? That's what it is.
With such enunciation, like you said. Hey, homie.
I know a lot of people that always talk about hard and car and all that.
Porty.
But yeah, we pronounce our words. I remember I had a classmate. He was from D.C. And like they don't like finish their words, if that makes sense. They be like, I was just over here I parked my car. I was like, where's the R at? You know, so we just, once again, we enunciate, and it's proper surfer dude type talk.
I guess. So what is an LA girl Cali accent? Is it because people automatically will say Valley girl, but I think Valley girl, the definition of that is changed because in the 80s it was like, oh my God, two colors, right? But now when they say Valley girl, they mean Kardashian, and it's like, yeah, so like my salad is in a big bowl.
That's
and
definitely
we
that.
Stir it.
I wouldn't call it necessarily an accent, but it's a way of speak, you know? Yeah.
I don't know. So who's a female example? Like I saw people pointed to Countess Vaughn saying Porty. Like where's the Porty at? Hey, let's Porty. So I don't know. Like who is the quintessential LA female Cali accent?
Gina Views.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who else?
I don't know.
I can't even think of any female from LA. I mean, Lisa Leslie.
Me?
Hey, Jill Munroe.
Me?
There you go. Absolutely.
Ding, ding. Me.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Shout out to the chat. Royal Jenkins says Ice Cube and Snoop. Those are examples of Cali, LA accents.
Oh, I got even better.
Go ahead.
The East Siders. Trey D, Goldie Loke.
Okay.
Just listen to G'd Up. Listen to I Love It.
I love it. That's
and
my
just-
song. The homies all blue gonna do. What you gonna do?
Yo, when they spit, you gonna hear the accent for sure.
Forrest Harrison said Dub C was Franklin's gangster coach for Snowfall. He was. Dub C is an excellent one. Urban Spinster says Chicago leaves off R's and extends the I's. Royal Jenkins says Stacey Dash, but she's from Harlem. So I get that Clueless was the reference, but I think that is the affected version. No shade, no tea.
I do want to say this too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Detroit. I've realized that a lot of folks in Detroit sound like Cali folks. Cash Dog. I'm telling you, there's a part of me that feels like Detroit and California are related.
Or kin.
I don't know what the migration was like here in America or whatnot, but when I hear a lot of folks from Detroit speak, they sound like they from Cali or the Bay. Somebody tap in. I'm telling you. Cash Dog, Big Sean, what's his name? T Grizzly. You hear them, they pronounce their words. And you know what? One of their main sayings is, "What up, though?"
Yeah.
That's what we say out here, too.
It did remind me of something, like I know that is Detroit connected, especially with BMF and whatever, but that did remind me of something, what's up, homie? Weirdo? You can't call nobody a weirdo. People do not understand how serious it is if you call somebody a weirdo or weird.
Or goofy.
Those are fighting words. Urban Spinster says that's an Eastie accent. What's an I mean, I know what an Eastie accent is, but whom are you referring to with that?
So hold on now. So LA got different accents? What are you saying?
I think so.
Really?
A little bit. A little bit.
I don't know about all that.
Maybe. I don't know. Listen. All right. So let's get into, well, really quick, there's two things I wanted to mention. We're free flowing tonight. That's what it is. Shout out to Natalia Bryant. She made her creative directorial debut, hemming the iconic Lakers preseason campaign video. It's star-studded, has, lots of heartwarming moments. And it was dropped on their Instagram, of course. It featured LeBron James, Austin Reeves, a bunch of other things. I think Brenda Song is in it. So she's not just Kobe's daughter. She's building her own creative legacy in the same arena that defined her family, right? She studied film at USC, interned at Beyonce's Parkwood Entertainment. So this lane makes sense for her. And so she went from front row at Staples to calling action at the Crypto. Big ups to her, right? We appreciate that. Also, since we're talking sports and transitions, I have two. First up, how you guys feel about Odell Beckham Jr. He admitted that, he got lost last season, dabbled in PEDs, and he wants to get back into the league. He's been suspended for 6 games, so any team that picks him up would have to deal with that, right? Maybe a mid-season contender wants to utilize him. I'm not sure. Do you think OBJ has a comeback story with the plot twist? No, you think it's over?
Unfortunately, no. Especially with this whole PED information situation. I think that's a bad look. And any attempts in trying to make it to the league, they're going to Russell Westbrook you.
Okay.
Because that's a man who deserves to be on a basketball team right now.
Russell's not on the team?
He is not on a team right now.
Denver didn't pick him back up?
Nope. And I think he had a player option, but I think he declined that. So he could have been on the squad if he accepted that part. But
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins kind of reported some stuff about Russell Westbrook kind of saying some stuff about saying some negative stuff about LeBron team and whatnot, and that's one of the reasons why he's not in the league.
Oh, they're saying it's some clutch stuff.
Potentially.
Oh.
And it all started obviously when he was here with the Lakers or whatnot. It's just sad kind of seeing James Harden still balling, excelling, Kevin Durant. I mean, Russell Westbrook, he's skilled, but once he came to LA, I mean that flashlight was on him. That highlight was on him like crazy, and it just highlighted a lot of his mistakes that wasn't too good. And I think that's another reason why people ain't really rocking with him.
Sometimes it's hard to come home. All right, and lastly, again, pivoting. Shout out to Angela White, aka Black China. She's pivoting again. This time, she's entering into her techno DJ era, right? So she's spinning house beats now. She's showing herself practicing on her live stream, and she has even popped up at a couple of clubs, right? From, the pole to the club, but on different sides of it. I'm not mad at rebranding and remixing. She has been sober. I can't remember for how long. She says it's been a minute. She's keeping her hustle in motion. She's a good mommy, so shout out to her. She's been, quietly studying music production, European house culture, and she's lining up a Vegas set. So we will see what's happening with that. All right, so we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about it. Nicci Gilbert, formerly of Brownstone, she filed suit against Katori Hall, who created P-Valley, right? And as of, I believe it was yesterday, the Supreme Court refused to hear the case without comment as far as the copyright infringement. Nicci claimed that she wrote a play and that Katori lifted it and created her series P-Valley, which was based off of a play that Katori created way, way back in the time. So I want to, when we come forward, read what Katori's response is, especially as this is a situation that pitted two black women creatively against each other in a space where black women's voices aren't always valued. So I think it is important, her message, and we'll touch on that when we come forward.
You're in the know with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine is standing by Black Democratic Attorney General candidate Jay Jones after his controversial 2022 text messages recently resurfaced, showing him joking about hypothetical violence toward former House Speaker Todd Gilbert.
And he has apologized. I wish other people in public life would sincerely apologize for stuff. So no, I still am a supporter.
Kaine says the remarks were out of character, while Jones has apologized. The last fugitive from a May jailbreak in New Orleans has been captured. Derek Groves, wanted for murder, was arrested in Atlanta after a police standoff. He was one of 10 black inmates who escaped through a hole in a jail wall. And former Black Georgia football star Herschel Walker has been named U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas. The Senate approved the move Tuesday. Walker, a 2022 GOP Senate nominee, previously co-chaired Trump's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Slowing in North Hollywood due to a crash on the 170 southbound before Riverside Drive. They're clearing it out of the two left lanes. Delays backing up away from Oxnard Street. Also, let's head out to downtown Los Angeles, 10 eastbound at the 110. That's a crash in the right lane. Delays are backing up all the way out of Santa Monica, leaving Cloverfield. The 110, making your way northbound, still very tough. Away from the 105 freeway all the way to the 5, and southbound delays, well, they're pushing back from just about the 5 freeway as you continue back towards Manchester Avenue.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
A very sympathetic statistic concerning Colorado football coach Deion Sanders. When Deion had minor surgery Tuesday to remove potential blood clots in his left foot, it was the 16th time the 58-year-old coach has undergone surgery in the last 3 years. Blood clots in Deion's legs have led to several procedures, including having 2 toes amputated because of poor circulation. Deion had surgery in May to remove tumors after he was diagnosed with bladder cancer. Despite all of Deion's health ailments, he was on the field Wednesday afternoon for practice. Colorado was at home Saturday against Iowa State. There will be no undefeated watch in the NFL now that the Buffalo Bills and Philadelphia Eagles have lost their first game. Who was the last NFL team to go through an entire regular season undefeated? Send your answer to Ray at SmileyAudiomedia.com. Ray at SmileyAudiomedia.com. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, yo, come on. Here come the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power.
September is World Alzheimer's Month, a time to shine a light on a public health crisis that deeply impacts Black families. 1 in 5 Black adults ages 70 and older is living with Alzheimer's disease, or AD, and the risk is twice as high compared to white adults. But AD isn't just forgetting a name or losing track of time. Signs of early AD could be repeating questions, missing appointments, or struggling with bills and daily tasks. These things aren't a normal part of aging. Here's the good news. Treatments are available that may help if AD is diagnosed early. If you notice changes in memory or daily routines, whether in yourself or a loved one, don't wait. Early diagnosis and intervention are key to managing AD effectively. To learn more about AD and a potential treatment option, visit treatalsearly.com. That's treatalzearly.com to learn more about the signs and symptoms and a potential treatment option. This message is brought to you by AZI.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Like a long, sharp sword.
Flip tails and let me see you shake it up like dice. The way you shake it up is turning mighty men to mice. But A plus got a surprise, that's a backbreaker. Now let me see you shake it up like a rump shaker. All I wanna do is zoom and zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. All right, the Libras keep Libering. Happy birthday, Teddy Riley. Come on. New Jack Swing originator. He of all the hits. I'm not gonna lie, I suspect that Teddy might be a little problematic in a group.
How many groups has he been a part of?
I think 3, right? We know for sure Guy and Blackstreet. I feel as though there's one more thing, and it all kind of feels like it all seems to fall apart with Teddy. I mean, we all remember Teddy's outgoing, so to speak, personality during that Versus, when Versus was still, kind of at the house a little bit.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up.
That was my favorite thing. That was hilarious.
It was very funny.
It was hilarious.
This man was ready for a full-on performance on Instagram.
He was.
But
he
I also
was giving you theater.
That was the Versus that kind of put Versus on the map in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because the memes, him turning around, his boy coming in with the Kango as his backup dancer, Breon. That's Breon, who is a very successful music manager, manages Jamie Foxx and all of these things. But that particular day, his role as background dancer, yeah. Anyway, listen. We were talking about Katori Hall, and I mentioned I wanted to read some of what she had to say. I mean, starting with one, she said the Supreme Court decision, right? This has been in process since 2023, right? And Nicci Gilbert's play, I can't remember what her situation was called Soul Kittens Cabaret. And basically, she said that she found an early draft of her play in 2009. That's how long she had been working to bring P-Valley to life, as far as from a play to a television show. We know it dropped in July of 2020. We're still waiting on season 3. We're not going to talk about that, right? She said it felt very vulnerable exposing her creative process. It felt like a violation with 16,000 pages, various drafts that she had to turn over to the court, and that she stayed silent for years, but her silence has become a liability and an echo chamber of lies. And she said she's speaking now, not with bitterness, but with truth, that P-Valley is her original work. And this is what I wanted to highlight. I know how hard it is for Black women to be heard, believed, and supported in this industry. That is why I worked relentlessly for over 10 years to bring P-Valley to television. 6 years of interviewing women in locker rooms and living rooms across this nation. Countless no's and one promise. I will tell your story with the respect that it deserves. I remain thankful to those women who trusted me with their scars and their dreams, their rules, and their revolution. I am a better woman for having allowed other women to take their rightful place beneath the sun, and it is my greatest honor to continue telling their stories going into P-Valley's 3rd season. And she said her new favorite Uncle Clifford rule: you ain't got to stand on people to stand on business. And I think that bears repeating. We've been talking a lot about doing right by people with some of the results of the Diddy trial, and we got to keep coming back to that, right? It's hard as women, as whomever, but you got to do right by people, and you got to be honest about what you're putting forward. So just wanted to drop that in there. Now, really quickly before we take a phone call, let's talk about LeBron James. So we know that his decision 2.0, we said it could be a product, retirement, or whatever. It was a product. It was Hennessy, dark liquor. Hennessy VSOP. I should just designate the difference, right? Does it matter to you? It's been called corny. It's been called a cheap, lowbrow take for someone like LeBron. I know LeBron has his tequila, Los Lobos, but do we even think of LeBron and liquor? Maybe wine, but dark liquor like Hennessy. Is it that important? Does it matter? Does it change your perspective of him at the end? Or does it just look desperate? Because I feel like he could have still done the whole I'm making an announcement without the allusion to the decision 2.0, which was received badly. And he has recently said he would have done it differently. And he understands why it may have hurt or upset some people, but he still probably would have done it. So then why are you going back and putting out this commercial like, blah, I don't know. Andy?
Honestly, it doesn't move me at all.
It's like whatever, right?
It's whatever. So I don't know why people are over here tripping or like a bad decision.
I don't think it's a bad one. I just thought it was a corny one. Like,
I wouldn't even call it corny. I just think it's,
marketing.
It's marketing. He's making a mockery of his own little thing. He definitely garnered the attention that he wanted. It was trending. People were speculating. So people were definitely tapped in at 9 a.m. to see what was cracking.
Right.
So it was great marketing.
But do they care about the Hennessy thing? I don't see anybody like, well, let me go get that Hennessy bottle. Let me go get LeBron Hennessy.
Keep it G. I don't even think people drinking Hennessy like that now.
I don't think so either.
So, you know what I mean? So who cares? Get your bag, LeBron.
Okay. All right, listen. Caller or come forward? Okay. We got a caller on the line. Eric from Carson. Welcome in, Eric. What's on your mind this evening?
6:45.
6:45, Eric's time.
What's up, Joe? And how you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. I just wanted to speak real quickly on Nick Cannon. Happy birthday to Nick Cannon. I'm a Libra. My birthday is October 13th. If I recall correctly, I think our board operator, Andy, is a Libra too, I think.
Yes, Big G.
/ Scorpio.
He's on the cusp.
No,
and I
you're
do
Libra,
got a big,
so anyway.
Yeah, and I got a big Libra shout out after you're done. Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say that Nick Cannon got his start as a stand-up comedian in L.A., but it was Nickelodeon and the show All That kind of put him on the map as a teenager. His father, James Cannon, was a motivational speaker and community leader, but he made millions from his stand-up ventures. And I did have a opportunity to meet Nick, right before his career took off. But I just want to ask you, why do you think Nick has been so successful? I think he has the gift of gab, and if his father was a motivational speaker, that's a sign. But what do you think?
I mean, in my opinion, determination and follow through plus pure talent. Nick is talented. And, he worked his way up, whether it was put in position, made the right connections, and he's a hard worker. Nick puts in the work. So, much respect to him. Shout out to him. And he's a nice guy. Andy?
The only thing, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Eric.
I'll just say real quick, the only thing I'll say, he married Mariah. That was a smart move. The 13 kids, I can't get with that. I don't understand. It's not fair to his kids. But other than that, I agree with everything you said.
Shout out to Dr. Nee. He had, I guess, read a report about Nick Cannon, how he talks about how he doesn't take any vacations. And considering the fact that he got 12 kids, I mean, he ain't, you better work. You feel me?
I mean,
but
yeah.
It just goes to, the reason why he's successful. I mean, if you not taking any breaks and you just constantly working, I don't know how good that is for his mental health or whatnot. But, when you out there grinding every day, I mean, success is around the corner.
It is. All right. When we come forward, we're going to get more into trending topics and headlines. And since we're in Libra season and talking about Libras, Sunday, October 12th, I would like you to make sure to give a birthday shout out to Robin Ayers and, send a hug to her husband, Robbie, her daughters, Brooklyn and Madison. Robin's been on my mind heavily, probably because her birthday is coming up, and I just wanted to make sure to acknowledge that and acknowledge her. So, when we come forward, more trending topics and headlines.
Are you ready for the hottest entertainment scoop in Los Angeles? She's bringing you exclusive interviews with today's biggest stars, behind-the-scenes Hollywood insights, and all the entertainment news you need to know. She's breaking down what's trending, what's ending, and what's just beginning in the world of entertainment. You're riding with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Open enrollment is your opportunity to choose a plan that connects you to Providence's comprehensive healthcare network. Choose a plan that includes Providence and gain access to a dedicated team of highly trained primary care physicians and specialists. From nationally recognized doctors and hospitals, Providence ensures quality care is always within reach. When you choose Providence, you choose after-hours care through our nurse advice line, urgent care, or virtual express care. You choose 24/7 access through the Providence mobile app to message providers, request prescription refills, sales, schedule appointments, check lab results, and more. This open enrollment, prioritize your well-being with the peace of mind that comes from choosing a provider that values excellence and compassionate care. Don't just choose a plan. Choose a plan dedicated to health equity and community engagement. Choose a plan that believes health is a human right. Choose a plan that delivers exceptional care and cares about your community. Choose a plan that offers Providence. Visit chooseprovidence.org to learn more.
They say the hardest part of getting something done is getting started. Well, we did that 30 years ago when California first took on the tobacco industry. Now, smoking is down 60%, lung cancer 52%. A couple of our cities have already ended tobacco sales. A California without big tobacco isn't just possible, it's already happening. See our progress at undo.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
She got a shake a little something. Ooh. Throwing that thing from left, right, side to side. She gotta have her own money. Oh yeah. Shout out to the girls that pay their rent on time. If you ain't here to party, take your ass back home. If you getting naughty, baby, here's my phone. Slide with your boy to the bar. Slide with your boy to the car. I've been searching everywhere, and now here you are. Ooh, chunky. Looking for them girls with the big old hoops that drop it down and Daisy Dukes.
Hey!
Yeah, them the ones I'm trying to recruit. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you, baby.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Happy birthday, Bruno Mars. Chunky. Big old hoops. That's me. Shout out to me. I'm always going to give thanks to me. I've been find some way to slide myself in the mix because that's what we do. All right, listen. We still got more trending topics and headlines to get into. So we'll leave LeBron where it is, right? I am excited for the Lakers. You know, as always, I expect we are in title contention. That's what it is. I don't care what you have to say about it. We are in title contention. Maybe a little cup thing in December. We got one of the first ones, you know.
I ain't worried about that.
I'm not worried about it either. I'm just throwing it out there. Just more accolades.
We were the first.
We were the first. That's what I'm saying, you know. There's history, legacy on our side. Plus, we need another title to move back ahead against the Celtics. It doesn't feel right now. All right. So since we're talking sports and things of that nature, we've been talking a lot of Cardi B, right? And Stefon Diggs, that's her boo, plays for the New England Patriots. He has some drama. Now, this is drama that popped up last year, but of course, elevated profile means more spotlight, more attention, right? And so an ex of his that was also featured on Basketball Wives at one point for dating another player. Was it Bol she dated? Maybe. I think so. Her name is Mulan Hernandez, right? And basically, she filed a little bit after Cardi revealed her pregnancy. She is claiming that this happened in Texas, that she was physically assaulted by him, made to sign an NDA. She's charging with coercion, physical damage, saying he struck her. She is suing for damages minimally $250,000, no more than $1 million. Dig denies it. He's saying that it is extortion. The case is active. It's just drama, drama, drama. We continue on. I mean, make better choices, guys. And, this stems from, it sounds like, maybe somebody was stepping out. Maybe somebody thought the situation was different. Immaturity and tempers flare, maybe on all sides. But these rinse and repeat kind of situations, a little tired. And unfortunately, and I'm not saying this one isn't true, but unfortunately, it makes it hard for people to believe that certain things are happening because of the frequency and the repetitiveness of the situations. They all seem to be the only resolution for you is not to criminally prosecute any of these individuals. It is to be financially compensated. And I get it, get money, get dough. But just think about what you are laying out on both sides, with these things. We got to move smarter. Okay, one last thing before we wrap up. We continue to have AI conversations, right? But sometimes people don't consider, when they're just having a good time, the impact that it has on others. Dr. Bernice King, that's Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, and Zelda Williams, the daughter of Robin Williams, comedian, actor, etc., have both requested that fans, people in general, stop using the dead for AI clips and moments. Zelda said that she is disturbed by the number of AI-generated clips of her late father that she has been receiving. She said she doesn't know why people are sending it. If it's meant to troll her, it does not bring her any comfort. And Bernice added on to that and said, I concur concerning my father. Please stop. Zelda said, you're not making art. You're making disgusting, overprocessed hot dogs out of human lives, right? Bernice said the likeness and misuse in ads and AI voiceovers for her father is also disturbing. The King estate has fought multiple unauthorized digital recreations since 2020, and SAG-AFTRA's 2025 addendum now requires explicit consent for posthumous use. Right? But AI is Hollywood's gold rush, and people keep forgetting one thing. Consent does not die when the individual does, right? And for Black legacies like MLK, it's not just ethics, it's historic control and who profits over this. I know a lot of people just see it as jokes and just memes, and that's fun, but these are still real people and real individuals. So we'll continue to see what happens as this rolls out. Goodness. All right, you guys, thank you for locking in each and every Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. for your trending topics and headlines. Of course, I'll be back here tomorrow with more. Make sure you hit me up on social media. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my newsletter, rsvpforcredentials.com. Keeps you updated and in the know. Coming up next, the voice of reason, Zoe Williams. I'll be back at it tomorrow.
Check this out.
always mean what you say. Real till I leave. Elevated, do this rapping with ease. I got a brick on my sleeve. You dissing me, please. Comparing me to different MCs. Stop it. I really am the so I won't pop it. Before Twitter was a trending topic, I was on the block with 30 shots and Glocks, had the spot hopping. Dummy. But they acting like they don't remember that. Been a leader with that heater, I got right up into that. You can't never take a killing back. Whole heart was in the streets, I had to leave her, get my feelings back. Same spot they shot my brother, next day I'm chilling at. I ain't lying, they was winning till we started spinning back. But anyway, said enough of that, let's talk about this paper. Let's talk about them Jets, yeah, let's talk about Jamaica. Ask about me, I ain't never been a fraud. I went hard from the start. In my city, I'm a god. If you know, you know. Never been no phony though. Rollies for my brody though. Barely know Joe Rodeo. Heard they looking for me. I'm like, oh, I'm on the way. Buying money, know I'm straight. I spent 130K out the gate. They like swerve, stay safe. I'm like, man, y'all late. Yelling free me. I'm like, I've been in the crib all day. I'm in Cali thinking how I come from pissy hallways. Long as I never go back, I'm that always. And you know that. Been having these M's, but they taught me not to show that. Before that, like a throwback. Soon as this shit go left, I'ma throw back. And I could've bought the Rolls last year, but instead I bought a faux flat. That's no bat. Pro Chicago, I'm pro rap. Motivation for the trenches, cause I'm pro black. Real no limits, so we don't play by the rules. How the fuck I catch a case, we bought a school. Don't be fooled, you fools. On the gram reading comments, I'm like, ooh, cool. So they want me to lose. I can't break like I'm bulletproof. And I can't say what I want.